So he's chucking it down and he's going to stop play for today and what's been the majority of the week. So yeah, with what I thought with this video, we'll go through the pricing, how much it's cost so far, what I project it to cost and what we've done. So we have got a bit of work we probably could do tomorrow if the weather's, but just look at that, all that's full of water, flooded. I was hoping to get some of that done, I cleaned it out, but no. And then we have, or my dad has, while he was here the other day, got concreted in, so that's ready to go, and so we can get the sleepers in hopefully tomorrow, and then that finishes all the retaining wall aspect of the project. The grass seed is in and growing, so if I try not to fall over, as you can see. So even with the torrential rain constant, we're getting some growth, which is positive. So yeah, what we'll do is I want to take you through step by step what it cost. I've got my notes, and yeah, so first things first was the dig out. So as you've seen there, with the dig out, I went for I think it was a 1.5 ton mini digger and a 1/2 ton dumper to get the rubbish round to the front. And what we had to do, so the garden was starting at that height there, all the way to the back, and sort of just swooped up. So we flattened it, dug all this out, circa 170 tons of material we've removed. So the mini digger and the dumper for a week came in at, let me have a look, £380 or 378, which I think is a bargain, and that was through Ready to Go Hire. They're someone I use quite a bit on the project. And then the waste removal, which 170 tons, didn't go through using skips, just due to not really justifiable. You were talking circa £3,500 for enough skips. So I went for the grab hire at £1,540. So the waste removal got done, and we had as base, which I'll put some pictures in or a video now of what it was like. Next job was to get the sleeper retaining wall in and the posts, which took 65 sleepers, would you believe, to do, all 2.6 long, and I specifically went for oak sleepers. A lot of people over on Instagram said, oh, you've been robbed, they're expensive. And no, there's different types. I've gone for oak, found the most reasonably priced for delivery as well, and you're talking about £35 per one. The softwood ones and the sort of mimic or imitated sleepers are not the same, so they'll be circa £20, £25 per one. So yeah, 65 at about £35 each, plus delivery came in at £2,480, would you believe? However, I think it fits in fab with what we've sort of done with it, and I made it look right. So yeah, that's an expensive one, but yeah. So the next thing was the concrete and ballast to concrete them in. So still got some ballast left there, and then the cement for each post, and that was coming at about £60, so not too bad. The sand I had delivered by this grab hire company, which made it so much easier. And then while we did the sleepers, we've added drainage all around, which I've explained in another video, or a few videos should I say, and that's coming at about £260. Now that includes the pipe, which is similar to that but not the same. It's like perforated, and then the gravel that again we've wrapped it in, which is pea gravel, and then the membrane and everything, and that's coming at £260. So again, not cheap but essential to remove the pressures that are behind from weather like this, and that will help sort of get rid of the wastewater and not let it collapse. And then we've put outlets in here, same on that side, which will then eventually, this is all sloped towards the channel drainage, which is under here, to help drain the water away. So the next one is bark. So we put bark in here all the way across the back and across that side too. So it weren't cheap. We didn't go for the cheapest because again there's different types of barks, I didn't realise, but we went for what we felt looked the best or more suited. So got some there. It took 2 cubic metres and it come in a fancy 2 cubic metre bulk bag, which I thought was cool, and that come in at £205 delivered. Again, more expensive than I expected, but a hell of a lot cheaper than decorative aggregate that we were going to go for before. But again, I think it fits in better, and then eventually we will plant them areas and add a bit of colour up there. So yeah, that's that. £200, expensive, but is what it is. So then we sort of moved on to the garden, getting the topsoil in, getting these bits level, and levelling the garden, which also took a rotivator. Now for the topsoil we had 5 tons. I've still got a lot left, so I reckon it took about 3, but the 5 tons were £100 and then the rotivator 60. But yeah, I've got all that left. I've probably 2 tons left, which I'll be giving away. So yeah, £160, but we've got the soil, good quality soil as well, again by the same company who took away the grab hires and things like that. So just helped us level things, and the rotivator helped break the garden up or the soil, and so we could spread it and get it as level as we can. So another job we've done, which is the lighting. So the lighting sort of circuit starts there, goes through that pipe up, and then we've got 2 lights there which you can just see, and then we've ran lights all the way around there, up lights, or ground lights if you like, and then there's 3 up there which on a night will light up. They're smart driven, so I've put a switch in that junction box which allows us to turn them on with his phone and through Google or Alexa if we wanted. Now the lighting coming at £350, which a bit pricey to say I've done it myself. Please don't come to me with the electrician comments. I agree, electrical work shouldn't be done DIY, and it should be done by a competent person. So we went for steel wired armoured cable, and the lights themselves, the lamps or bulbs, all the junction boxes, all the connectors, and they come in at £350. Then we move on to the grass. Now, I was fortunate enough to be gifted the grass from the grass people, which I do highly recommend. As you can see, looks cracking. For this area, we've got about, I think it's 110, 120 square metres. You're talking about £100 in seed. For turf, which is the route I would have took, would be circa £400-ish, maybe a bit cheaper. However, given seed and how fast it's grown, today I think it's been 5 weeks since I actually put the seed down up there. I only did it at the weekend, so that's grown. But yeah, so £100 for seed if you went for that. So for the work we've done so far, the expenditure, now we did reuse these bricks. There were a wall here if you remember, so I have accounted for the cement and sand in there, but yeah, we didn't have any charge for the bricks, but the total expenditure, £5,510. Yes, that's an astronomical amount of money to me and probably anyone, but the return on investment is probably a lot more. Now, I've spoke to a few landscapers who follow here and over on Instagram. They reckon a completed job, you're circa 25,000. Yes, it's not finished yet, so I have got down here my projected sort of expenditure as well, and we'll go through that now. So at the moment we're at the step that we need to clear all this off, and then I need to get in 10 tons of sub base. So I'm going for 20mm crusher run. I'm guessing 10 tons would be enough. I have no idea, I'll be honest, but I've budgeted about £250. So what that'll allow us to do, we can whacker it down or compact it, and then that's a good base for the slabs to go on with the sand cement mix, the wet sand cement mix, and that will be how we do that. That I've got £250 in for, so hopefully it's enough, because we've spent enough as it is. And then we move on to the slabs. Now the slabs we've gone for is an Indian sandstone. We will be doing here as well, and this price, or here, it does include for the slabs for everywhere, but they've come in at £2,200. Again, not a cheap thing, but it is what it is. We want to reach a standard with the garden and the house, and unfortunately that's part of the parcel, so that bumps up the price, with the sleep as well being another key sort of driver. And then the other thing is cement. So in the garage I've got about 10 bags of Blue Circle cement. I don't think it's enough, and I'm probably going to need more for everywhere, but I've got £70 in so far expenditure. Probably going to need another £30 or £40 to be spent on some more. And then we need the sharp sand, which I've got £200 down. Sharp sand, I think, is the sort of same as ballast, but without sort of the pebbles in it, or very similar but different to building sand, which building sand we have used for the brickwork over there. So yeah, total price is coming in at about £8,200 for everything to complete it, which, yeah, astronomical, but I do hope it helps others sort of reference the size of the garden and jobs that they'll be looking to do on your own garden, should I say, and sort of make it a relative price. Now, my old house, which was a new build, I got very pally with the forklift driver and the ground workers, and we did, I mean, much smaller scale, but with the slabs, we didn't use sandstone slabs, and I was getting everything dirt cheap, but that coming at £800, which, yeah, it's a bit different, but it is what it is. We've got to do it. So yeah, that's sort of what it's costing us. So as you can see, it's absolutely chucking it down still. So I'm going to go back inside for tonight, Friday night, and then tomorrow hopefully we'll dry up and we can get started on getting these cut and in there, and reveal this. That sleeper post now should be pretty solid, which it is, and we can get the retaining wall finally done and look to clear some of this up and clear the patio area, so we can look to get the sub base in next weekend. So I'm going to leave this video here. It's getting a bit long, so there's no point taking it any further. I hope it's helped. I know some people do find it useful, this sort of information, so I thought I'd put a bit of a video together on the progress so far. It's rubbish weather, absolutely chucking it down outside, so I thought best timing to get it done. So yeah, I do hope it's helped, and I hope you found it useful and you can sort of relate your garden size to ours and how sort of your costs may be. So please do give it a thumbs up if you found it useful and you've enjoyed the garden progress so far. Please do subscribe. The subscribers are going up at the moment, which is great to see. And please do make sure you check out the Instagram profile, the_DIY_journey, for more sort of day-to-day updates on what we're getting up to in the garden. as it progresses. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.